Yes, guys, finally got a release on Anjunadeep. It's been a long time coming. I think I've been sending them music since 2020, so it's a great feeling. I just wanted to mention that I originally recorded this entire track breakdown for the Creative Hub. So I do mention in here that you can download a specific rack that I use for like my hi-hats. That's only available on the Creative Hub. So I'll put a link to that in the description. And I also just wanted to update you that there's some really cool stuff going on the hub. Not only have we made it a lot cheaper for everybody now, so it's a lot more accessible. It's only $17 a month. We have tons of tutorials from some amazing artists on here. And we've even got some cool guest artists coming up. So we got this guest session with Stephen Weston where he's going to be breaking down Give Me Something, which is probably my favorite track, one of my favorite tracks on Anjunadeep at the moment. Don't know if you've heard it, but it's an absolute vibe. Go check it out, and if you like the track, make sure to join us for this track breakdown that's coming up on the 8th of May. We also just had a track breakdown with guest artist Guy Barone, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know and love his music. On top of that, we also have weekly feedback calls on Zoom with our different coaches. So yeah, there's lots of room for you to grow within the Creative Hub. Come and join us. It's nice and interactive, and it's a great way to learn and grow together as a community. So yeah, on to the tutorial. Hey, what's up guys? This is the breakdown of my track on Anjunadeep Explorations, All I See Is You with Coulson. And yeah, let me just play a little bit of it so you can see what it sounds like if you don't already know the track.
Still feel you there, you stay in my mind. I won't bother anyone, I'm holding on to demons in my head. And I still need you there, you're the only one who cares.
Jump forward a little bit here. Okay, let's start at the top. So we'll start with the drums. So this is the drums. And here is the kick. So the kick drum is basically just this pattern that we have over here done on MIDI. And you'll see there's like some lighter velocity notes. It's kind of like the little, I guess you call them like ghost kicks. So yeah, it's got like a pattern that kind of has the last bar being slightly different to these ones. It feels like a kind of fill almost. And the kick drum is this organic kick F sharp from this Artist Kick Volume 3 pack. And then it's got a pretty crazy EQ on it. Like, to get it to feel a bit more like a natural breakbeaty kind of kick, I wanted to just boost a little bit of the mids, get more of a top end on it, and then also take out a little bit of the sub. So before it sounded like this. And with it. And then got this clap. No processing on it, it's just a Deluxe clap. This one. Together. And then this 8th note hat, which is actually operator, just doing a little bit of white noise. You see it without this, basically just white noise. Shapes it a bit. Not sure why I used white noise here. I think I just basically wanted maybe a bit more high end on the, like ticking along on the 8th notes. Got the 16th hat. A little bit of velocity changes over here. See, like the first one is loud and then the second one quiet, loud, quiet. Oh wait, that was the 8th note. This one. There you go. So it kind of like dips down and then comes back up. I'm using this closed hat rack. I think it should be on the Creative Hub in the download section, maybe, or in one of my videos where I speak about a hi-hat rack or I speak about racks in general. If not, well, I'll put it in the description on the Creative Hub, download to this hat rack. It's super useful. It's got like all these different things for like movement and pumping, tighten, loosen, soften. Yeah, and that's basically how I did the 16th note hi-hats. Then this Foley loop. I think that's just from like Splice or something. Got this 8th hat. So yeah, it's like all of the stuff just layered together just for the hi-hats. And then even more Foley. I wanted like quite an organic sounding loop. Lots of like rustling and moving around. Got this hi-hat loop as well. I think these ones are all like random splice loops. I was just like hunting for Foley. See all the Foley together. Then with the hi-hats. And then these little Foley like fills almost. They all together gets pretty interesting, I'd say. Got this hi-hat loop. Duluth pack again. Another one from Duluth. Lots of layering here. And then the main snare is this one. Okay, yeah, so I basically just looked for a breakbeat kind of snare, like a natural sounding, really tight snare. See, there's lots of like little ghost notes and stuff happening here. Just to like give it a really nice, like I want it to feel like a drummer playing, you know, I don't want it to feel like electronic and boring, like lots of movement and little ghost notes. You can see I muted stuff and yeah. And then we get down here, just make sure I'm not missing anything. So you'll see there's also like this long hat, and that's just to add a bit of like energy over here, section. Super quiet. And then, yeah, we got these like little drum fills and stuff in here. This one. Just found like these kind of acoustic sounding drum fills. Just to put them into context. You can barely hear them, to be honest. And then I got this. Another kind of loop. This is just, it's actually white noise that just like opens and closes the envelope. So it has a lot of movement in it. That's from the Melodic House and Techno Essentials pack. One of these basic waves ones. This one. And then we got this Think break, and this is like the break sample I use in pretty much all of my breaks tracks. I think it sounds like I filtered this a bit. Yeah. I think I mostly just wanted like the snare from it and not too much of the high end. Because I had so much high end from all the Foley and stuff that needed to come through. And then, yeah, some saturation, bit of room reverb, taking out the lows. And that makes a big difference to like the overall drums. Like if I solo the drums and then turn this off, I mean, it still sounds nice, and maybe the track would have been even better like that. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like that snare adds quite a lot. See how it sounds without it. Yeah, I think, to be honest, you probably wouldn't really notice it missing. But I think it does add a little bit of something, like just adds a bit more organic vibe to the snare. And then the shaker. Again, from Melodic House and Techno Essentials. Okay, and that's got like no processing on it. Then going down, we have like just a crash once in a while. Cashmere crash. And then rain. So yeah, I wanted like a bit of just like ambience in there. And it's really quiet in the beginning, and then it gets louder here. Probably can barely hear it in the beginning.
Still feel you there, you stay
In here. Just adds a bit of like dirt that the track was missing. Okay, then moving down, we get onto some of the melodic stuff here. We have a melody. So this is following like the top line of the piano. So if you hear the piano, it's got like a melody over here. And this is basically playing those same top notes, just on a synth. I really love the sound of the synth. So yeah, these are the notes of the melody. And let's look at the processing. Actually, let me delete the stuff that isn't being used. Turn this all off. So this looks like a custom preset that I made for this track. So it's like just a nice plucky kind of envelope with a bit of attack on it. And then the vibrato is basically adding that like nice little wobble. Without it, pretty boring. Yeah, that helps a lot. Other than that, is like not much going on here. It's really just a kind of saw wave, one oscillator. I think the magic just basically comes from making it like wobble a bit with the pitch. So it makes it sound so cool. And then a bit of overdrive to distort it, bit of delay, then filtering out the high end, black hole, some EQ, taking out those mids a bit. Maybe it was like resonating a bit too much there. And then together with the piano, really nice. I love that so much. I think that just plays the same thing down here. But what I did over here was just reverse the melody. So I rendered it out to audio, and then I would have reversed it here. If I reverse that back the other way, take off Portal, you can see it's basically the original melody. I think maybe pitched up an octave. And then this Portal Sandbox preset. Just a really nice little effect. Okay, then we got the Reese bass, and I love this Reese bass, especially in the second drop. Like through here, there's not much special happening in the bass. It's just... But over here, I added a whole bunch of movement. I kind of just wanted this drop where the focus was the Reese bass. These big jumps. It sounds so cool to me. So to show you how I made this Reese bass, let's just take off all of the processing. So yeah, I made this one from scratch. So it's just a sine wave, just a plain sine wave, and it's got this sync half window on it. I got two voices. So originally it would sound like this. And then what I did was just go to the width and bring it down to 0. And then when you add two voices, they kind of phase with each other, and that makes the Reese sound. Detune. Get it more detuned. There. And then I just added some distortion. Filter. Then another filter. This has just got automation on it. So I think, yeah, I kind of opened it up in the, closed it down through here. Up. Taking out the lows over here, because I think I have a separate sub. Pro L2 to kind of, well, it's actually not doing anything, is it? It's just making it louder. No limiting. And then I got this to boost a bit of the mids. A little bit of a 1 dB gain boost over here, and then sidechaining to the kick, and even more of a boost here. And then layered with this sub, which I think is just the same exact preset without the sync and without the unison and no distortion. So yeah, just basically a clean sine wave, this one. Together. All right, then let's have a look at the piano. So the piano MIDI is pretty important here. So you can see as it progresses, it just gets a bit more like busy and like it changes constantly while keeping the same kind of progression going. So the beginning is just this, 2-note chords. And then it goes on and we get like the melody in. And then when you get to like sections like this, I add like another octave on top. And over here, like it gets pretty busy. So there's all these extra notes in between. Let's show you the piano processing. Super quiet. I'll keep this utility on because it's just boosting volume. So it's this Noir felt piano, basic felt preset. No real settings over here to change anything. It's just got this reverb on it. Just an Ableton reverb. And a bit of EQ. That's it. Super simple. It's more like I spent a lot of time just trying to get all these velocities right. Yeah, the velocities are super important, like to make it feel alive. And then there's like this little reverse piano thing, which I just rendered out and reversed with reverb. It's a nice little lead into this piano. Okay, the pads. So for the pads, I just did this thing where I basically made almost like a phrase with one pad, and then I broke it up into separate notes and played it on different omnisphere patches. So like all together, this first one, and then yeah. Yeah, these are all just different omnisphere patches, like no real processing. Let's just see what they are. Yeah, this breathy harmonica, and then okay, chasm. These are all stock ones. Galactic dust. This one's got some black hole on it as well. It's aerophonic transmission. Yeah, Yeah, I just wanted some like interesting pads, not like typical soul wave pads everywhere. And whispering light. Can I freeze these again quickly, or is it gonna wait again? Maybe I don't need to freeze them. Yeah, and that kind of just runs all the way through, but I just automated the gain on it, so it gets louder in certain sections, like over here where there's no vocal. And these are just two different mixes, by the way, like two different arrangements. This is the extended and that's the radio mix. Yeah, so that's those pads. Then I have these extra pads here. And this is a serum pad. These are the notes for it. This is Dreams Volume 4. Light Eyes. This one is, what is the difference with this one? It's the same notes, but this one's from Lead Journey. Bit of reverb, black hole. And then it says there's another pad here. Which one is this? Another Omnisphere pad. Sacred Shrine. So yeah, the pads, like the whole background is pretty busy with this. And then we have this breakdown up, which is playing the same notes as the chords. I think loosely, maybe a slight difference. I actually really like the sound of this. And yeah, I just used this random one. So it means every time this track got rendered out, it sounded different. But let's just see what all of this processing is. Wow. Shimmer's off there. Gate is off. No. Just another custom patch I made. Yeah, the long attack over here makes it feel really nice. And it's playing 2 octaves here, so you see the distance is plus 12 and it's got the steps at 1, so it means it's going to also play 1 octave above, play this pattern, like repeat it an octave above. Okay, so that's what the Diva patch sounds like without any processing. Then we got Portal. Adding this like interesting unstable shimmer. A lot of delay on it. Some filtering. Taking out the low end. Big reverb. Another big reverb. EQ. And then this filter phaser, which is not even being used because this doesn't play through here. This reverse pad over here. Going into this. Oh yeah, this is something interesting I did over here. So you'll see it's just one MIDI note. That's because I basically think this was me freezing. Is it the piano? Yeah, I don't actually remember making this, to be honest. But I can see what I did here. So if I can play this, how do I just play this sample? Drag it out. Yes, there we go. So if I turn this up, you'll see it's just... Really, I just took the entire chord progression, rendered it out to audio, then dropped it into this sample, into this sampler instrument rack over here. It's got a few layers here. So where? Oh, those are turned off. It's only this one. Ignore those other layers. And then I took this arpeggiator. And basically used the start position here. You see it says here 79%. You can see that's automated. And moving that around will basically trigger different chords. So automate the rate here, and then you'll see that moves around and it's playing different chords. Here it plays those ones over there. And then over here it's like slightly shifting the sample start. Just to have it like kind of wobbling backwards and forwards and not like always being on the same exact spot when it re-triggers. So that's what these LFOs do. They mapped here to sample start. Then I've got this huge reverb. And then this I think was off. I don't know. So yeah, quite a lot of work just for that little sparkly bit, but it's pretty cool and it was fun to make. Then we have this little sweep going up here. Something interesting happening there. Then we get down to the vocals. So here I basically just used one stem that Luke sent over. Oh no, I think it was these two. And Yeah, so there's two takes basically, and I laid them together just because, yeah, there were parts of one that I liked and parts of the other, and kind of just filled each other out nicely. I remember this being quite a lot of work, this vocal. Sure, I did a lot of time stretching. Yeah, so you can see here I basically rendered this out to a single stem. So this is one stem over here.
Still feel you there, you stay in my mind.
Stem.
Feel you there, you stay in my mind.
Yeah, so I processed this to sound kind of strange.
Feel you there.
I think I froze it and flattened it so you can't see the processing that was on there before. I think I used vocal synth to get this kind of weird chorusy lows and highs on it. I can't remember what preset it was. But yeah, then I EQ'd it a bit, added soothe to it. And brought down the stereo with the, yeah, down here. Everything below 1K is like kind of centered. Yeah, and then rendered those out together, and we have this stem. And then basically kept finding like timing issues on this. So you'll see like on this first phrase, I've got these warp markers, and I stretched it around quite a bit. If I turn these off, see I moved stuff quite a lot. And then on this one as well, that one. There's some warping on here, all these warp markers. These ones, basically just to get it all perfectly like tight on the beat, on the grid. And then the processing, yeah, unfortunately I can't really show you processing because it looks like I rendered it down. Is there any on here? There's some sends I have, so I've got this vocal delay and vocal verb send.
And I need you to.
That's how the effects sound for the vocals. This is the vocal delay. It's just a dotted eighth note delay. Sidechain to nothing. Probably was sidechain to something. So yeah, I think it was probably sidechained. That's a mistake. It was probably supposed to be sidechained to this to kind of duck out the way of the main vocal. I lost that somehow. It's a mistake. And then we've got this vintage verb over here for the verb. And then on this one, I've got this vocal. Is it not? It's over here. It's just this auto pan doing like an automation over here with the rate and the phase and the amount. Vintage verb over there. Why is this so big? Yeah, a bit of ping pong from Echo Boy and some more delay over here. And that's it for like the vocals. was a lot of work, but you can't really see all the work because I rendered it down into basically bounce out all the effects. Got this reverse reverb into a vocal. Then I got this vocal here. That's just a section of the vocal that I just looped over and over again. It's rhythmic effect. Yeah, you can see it's from the full stem. Yeah, this convolution reverb, I think that's just the snare. It's so quiet you can't really hear it. Okay, and then lastly, the mastering, which was, I think Anjuna mastered it. I don't think I did. And if I did, this is all I did. Just to maximize it. Yeah, nothing to be said there really, just this IRC4 modern threshold down until we're doing a bit of gain reduction. And that's it. Sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed that and learned something. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.